Hey y'all, how are you doing? My name is Karen Mayfield Felton. I'm back tonight with another video. Tonight we are going to talk about sisters. I happen to be the middle child sandwiched between two of the most amazing women that you will ever meet. That is basically hashtag my sister's better than yours for sure. And I just finished seeing them off. They're going to make their way down to my mom's right now, who has called almost every hour looking for her children. I ain't mad because she's ready. She's ready to see her kids. She's ready to see her babies. She's ready. And I miss them so much. We live very complex, high octane, busy lives, and we don't often get together as often as we would like. So tonight I'm going to dedicate this video to them, and I want to talk about the bennies of having sisters. So I've been asked the question about sisterhood in a lot of various different, I said the same thing, and a lot of different contexts by different people. So let's get some terminology straight. I have womb mates because we were in the same womb, my mother's womb. We weren't there at the same time. I'm not a twin, but that's an affectionate term that we use with each other because we came from the same canal. The beauty of being their sister is that we grew up together in the same household. We saw a lot of the same things, experienced different things because there's an age difference. We have similar memories. We have very different personalities. And we also, because we come from the same DNA, we have some similarities too. My sisters are brilliant. We are all STEMinist, and that means that we are science, technology, engineering, mathematics tethered. We have degrees in science. I have one in science and engineering. Both of my sisters have their doctorate degrees. And I'm not bragging. I'm just spitting facts. They are walking encyclopedias. They know so much, and it is a joy to have them in my bloodline. And as I talk and I think about it, I really should listen to their voices more often than I do. And that's part of the lesson. Life gets real busy real quick. And I have often said, you may be busy, but we make time for what we want to make time for. And so bottom line up front, if you have a womb mate and or a sister not by birth, make sure you make time for her. Make sure that she knows that that she is special to you. And if you have not been, a good sister, and by good, I mean, that's subjective, but if you haven't been as responsive, a text message takes 2 seconds. If you have been so busy that life has just come at you fast, send your sister friend or your sister a text message that says, I love you, life has been busy, I just want to make sure you're good. And we have established some norms that are able to cut through the craziness, the busyness, and the tribulations of life so that we have an eye on each other and we have an ear for each other. I don't claim to know all of their deepest, darkest secrets. I don't claim to know every inch of them, but I know them well enough to know when they're hurting, to know when they need help, and to know when they're just calling to say, hey. I can't fake the funk with them. I can say, hey, I'm good or I'm busy. Can I call you back? They know the sound of my heart through my voice, whether that's avoidance, whether it's I'm busy, or whether it's I need help and I don't know how to tell you. And it's a beautiful language that we have that was not always there. Let's just keep it real, keep it 100. Wasn't always there. And we put in the work to develop it, to make sure that the ties that bind are tight and that they stay that way. The beauty of sisterhood as it relates to me as a Black woman is very important. So There's another sisterhood, there's a sisterhood that includes African American women or BIPOC women, Black, Indigenous, people of color, where we take the ER off of that and we put an A or AH. And that is that familial, cultural, I'm here for you, I understand, I know what it's like to have the same skin shade that you have, and therefore I'm going to look out for you, I'm going to empathize with you, I am a place of refuge and trust. That's what that word means to me. And the other aspect of sisterhood that I want to talk about is when we are going through, as a woman, we're going through challenges and we just don't know how to give what we want in return. And I've been on both sides of that too. I like being real honest and transparent. I haven't always been a good DNA sister, and I haven't always been a good non-DNA sister. There have been phases of my life where I couldn't handle, couldn't deal, didn't want to, was in my own stuff, dealing with other stuff. Life came at me fast, and I just didn't make time. I changed the order of where you fit in my life, and there's just when life happens, right? But sister, roommatehood, whatever we want to refer to it as, is unique and beautiful. I encourage you in 2025, before we get to 2026, that if you haven't talked to your roommate, if you haven't talked to that biological sister in a long time, that you think about reaching out to them, either a text or a letter, even simply to say, I'm thinking about you. And if you are in a friendship where you are close enough to be sisters, meaning you have a connection where you can visually see their heart and you can hear their heart. If you have that relationship, then you are truly blessed, and we need to honor it. God puts people in our lives for a reason and a season. And if he has put someone in your life that you can even mouth the word sis or sister or sister to, make sure that they know how you feel about them. Make sure that when you see them, you greet them with as much love as you can give in that moment. And if you can't, be grown woman enough to say, I'm having a tough time right now. It's not you. I'm still here. I just need to pause. I'm going through some things. A lot of times we don't have language for a lot of the stuff that we as women carry, regardless of what race or ethnicity you are. But let me tell you, being the backbone of this here world and being the vessel in which life comes through, we are equipped to handle the birthing and the protection and the care and feeding of life, including our relationships. So I'm going to charge us that if you have someone out there that you haven't talked to, you reach out. If there's someone out there that you know needs to hear from you, that is going through something, that you reach out. I did a video on how the season and the holidays are hard for a lot of people. And I want us to not worry about how they think about it. If you are returning calls that don't get, if you are making calls that don't get returned, you've done your part. Prayers go forth, and the Holy Spirit fashions our prayers and he sends them up and makes sure that they're right. So if you're sending up a prayer of protection and peace and love for that sister, do that. If you can't get in touch with them, a prayer will reach them. And I want all of us to do that. Now, brothers, I haven't forgotten about you. I don't have DNA brothers, but I do have some men folk out there that I love with every fiber of my being, because we have a connection and you're in my heart. And so I'm not forgetting about y'all, but I'm talking about sisters because I just spent part of my day looking into the eyes, rubbing foreheads, cooking meals, giving hugs, packing food, sharing stories, talking about plans, making sure that they're going to go to and fro safely. I've had some time today with my boo things, my sisters, KKK, that came out of Carolyn Mayfield and with the help of Spencer Mayfield. So the Mayfield girls have spent some time together today, and I'm just so glad about it. I hope that whatever I've said, not whatever, I hope that I have said something that has encouraged you to take stock in the relationships that you have, particularly with sisters, with the sisters, or with your family. And I pray that if there's an area that needs to be mended, that your heart will heal in enough of a way to be able to reach out, and heal in enough of a way that if someone reaches out to you, you'll receive it. Y'all have a good evening, and I look forward to talking to you all again tomorrow. Happy Christmas Eve. Bye now.